Hi guys, it's Maggie Harvey here, and I'm just going to continue with the series of the network marketing strategies. And today we're interviewing my good friend Kate McCarthy. Kate's a certified coach and counsellor and an online marketing entrepreneur. And she works hand in hand mainly with mumpreneurs, which is mothers, and she gives them support that they need in order to bring positive changes to their work style. With these changes, their clients can really create the kind of abundance that they're dreaming of. So I'll just leave it there and I'll chat with Kate and introduce her now. Are you there, Kate?
I am, thanks Maggie. Yes, thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. So let's just go through a little bit about yourself, more than what I've just said. So, we can let people know where you're at.
No problem. Well, as you mentioned, I work with mums, but I'm a mum myself. I have a three-year-old boy and a nearly 5-year-old girl, probably nearly 25-year-old girl, as you do with little people. And I've been working online for a few years now. I decided to take my coaching in a different direction when I found the online world, and of course that's how we met as well. So
that's right,
yeah. So what's come about from that is the awesome opportunity to meet so many fabulous people across the world. It opened up the fact that there's a lot of people already in our own country and others that are rural, regional and remote, and we can all do something from our computer, but getting to know people was going to be the hardest thing. Just having that, just networking, getting our ideas out there. How do we do that? And I really wanted to focus on working with mums who are in that situation. So that's where I am now. Yeah, I've gone from coach to online marketer to coach working with mums.
Yeah, and so your niche is your mothers.
Yes.
Your mums, and do you drill down further than that to location or anything?
So definitely regional, rural and remote, and not just Australia, but it can be anyone who's living in that kind of location in any country. You could even be a mum in a city. Well, I'm in a town, I'm in a large country town, who's feeling isolated. So how many times you're a mum, you lose your identity. You become just a mum, or you become a wife. And sometimes just getting out of the house is, effort enough, because the kids are sleeping or feeding, or, tantrums are happening, and you just don't get out to be with other mums or other networking mums. So it could be a networking event that you would just love to get out to and speak to another adult. And they're the people that I niche down to, because that's exactly where I've been. And I still am a lot. I can't leave the house as much as I'd like with my husband working. And my young kids, one's still having a day sleep, and I couldn't take them to an event. It just wouldn't be fair on everyone else. They're beautiful children, but they would want to be the centre of attention.
Yeah, like my dad says, all children are beautiful and every mother's got one.
Absolutely, I love that.
Yeah. So just tell us how long you've been in network marketing.
Well, I've been more in, network marketing I did start in. I actually moved more to online marketing. So I did my journey started with my first child. I wanted to work at home, and I actually got involved in a coffee business. And it was when they were launching in Australia. So that was 2011, the end of 2011, 2012. And really was really loving it, but found that I don't drink coffee, so it was very hard to promote something I wasn't proud of, and couldn't endorse it. I love the actual product, but not the coffee part of it. So it was a great learning curve. I met some amazing, network marketers, but through that journey, I actually looked online for opportunities, and that's what actually opened up the online marketing side.
Right. So I think we do have a bit of an echo, but
we do.
So do you see more benefits in online than offline?
That's a good question. I see for the niche that I work with, online is certainly a huge benefit because of isolation. But I see them working, I'm still a traditional business person. I see them working hand in hand if possible, because it's still so important to be face to face with people as well. However, if we can't do that, we have the opportunity online, doing what we're doing now, or doing webinars or videos, to show that we are a real person talking to real people. And that's, I think, what people forget when they go into an online world. It's like, oh, I don't have to see people. It's like, yes, you do, because we are still humans wanting to deal with humans, and a credit card being handed over, you need to know it's a real person.
I know, and you know, people have been burnt so much in the past. They're more wary now as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
So quickly, what methods are you using online? Is it like Facebook or Instagram or?
Yeah, I tend to be Facebook, and I have to say I really didn't want it to be Facebook, but the reason it has turned out to, yeah, it's a great tool, but gosh, you're trying to work with Facebook is really hard, especially when we're network marketing or online marketing. It's with their terms and conditions. But Facebook primarily because that's where my niche tends to hang out. And so the reason I chose it was because of that. The second to that could have been LinkedIn. It depends really. So that's my niche. So if anyone is wanting to figure out which program's best for them, which platform, it's where does your target audience hang out? And where are they most interactive? So, you know, it's not just go onto a flog a product kind of site. It's where can you talk to people? Where can you help them? Where can you ask questions and be real with those people and help them on their journey, and vice versa?
And do you find that helping people is better for you in the long term?
I think that, I do, and that's in the way that's what I tend to do naturally, is want to help people. If they've got a question, I want to be able to answer it. But also, if you want to look at it as a business perspective, the more you can help people, the more you become, say, a go-to expert in someone else's eyes, because you're able to solve their problem. They will look to you to be able to help solve further problems. Through that, you're building a relationship, and you never know what will come of that.
Yeah, it's really all about relationships, isn't it?
Very much so. You know, my mantra is connection and value. If we can't connect with people and add value, like, you know, what is it there at the end of that? You know, we can lose those people, and especially if we're network marketing and online marketing in a world that, you know, is so easy to lose that thread, you know, we don't get them again. So if we can connect and add value, that relationship can be built and we can keep in contact. And certainly expand each other's worlds in that way, whether it is through business together. If you're looking for a business, that's a great way to find one. If you're looking to expand your business, then you're opening up your opportunities there as well.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, we do have an echo.
It's getting worse.
Like you said, people love people. They don't want to deal with, you know, a blank landing page anymore. I mean, that did used to be the way to go, but people don't want to do that anymore.
No.
They want to see you, they want to talk to you, they want you to, like you said, give them value.
That's right, and that's why I suppose the other reason with Facebook that I chose that one was because there are so many more opportunities to be there, whether it be live streaming, or sharing videos that you've done on your phone. You just upload them straight to Facebook now, not just YouTube. Yeah. And also you can run webinars and things through that program. So it's depending on which, to reuse the right word, the right app that you're using, you can actually run webinars within your Facebook business page. So,
oh, well, that's interesting. What app is that?
It's called 22 Social.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so, and I suppose now we've also got, you know, Google Hangouts that expand that even further, but with Facebook, I'm not the advocate for Facebook, as I said earlier, but it is just so holistic in the way that we can do things with our business. And we can, you know, even down to connecting that to our site by having like boxes on our websites, and encouraging people to interact from where you're trying to get them to be in the first place, which is back on your own presence online. So, you know, we love social media, but all we're really trying to do a lot of the time is get them back onto our own site and see what we've got to offer.
So do you use like a Facebook group or a Facebook page or just your profile?
I use all of those. So I use my personal profile just to interact with friends and meet new people. I use a business page, which directs people then to my website and also to the group. So the group is focused on regional, rural and remote mums, and so I can then direct them whichever way I want to go. And then of course through having a group or a business page, you are then able to expand your reach further by having events, whether they're virtual events or whether they're face-to-face events. So
that's right, yeah. And I suppose if you've niched down to regional, you could have local events.
Yes, which is what we're doing in my town. Yes, I've got a networking group for all mums in business, whether it's network marketing, traditional, and more of it's a camaraderie. It's a help me out. It's a expand your business connections to focus, and get out of the house and have a champagne. Hey, it's called Business and Bubbles. Why not?
Oh, okay, good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea. I mean, women need it, don't they? A lot more than men. The men still a lot of men still in the traditional 9 to 5 and go to work. They don't really understand what mums are doing all day. They just think, oh God, I come home and kids aren't fed and the place isn't cheap and the washing's not done.
Oh yes, and aren't there a lot of blogs about that at the moment too? But exactly, because we're not just looking after the kids, we're building a business, we're trying to manage the finances, we're managing food, we've got all these caps on, and we're managing temper tantrums, so we're negotiating, keeping our own mindset in check. And especially.
Yeah, well, I don't have that, but I do have a 2-year-old grandson, and we usually see him on the weekends, so we're going through a little bit of that with him now, so I get you. You love it. So, in your group, you are connecting and teaching, is that correct?
Yes.
A bit like what I'm doing, yeah.
Basically, yes, very similar. We're both coaches as well, so it comes hand in hand.
Yeah, so you need to give value by teaching, or?
I'd like to say give value by teaching, but also by helping others gain connections that they ordinarily wouldn't have. So so teaching gives knowledge, and also getting people out networking so they are meeting like-minded people who could be a business connection in the future.
Oh, so that is your physical side.
It also will be virtual. So I'm going to be creating a virtual networking event as well.
Oh, excellent. That sounds interesting.
Yes, so it just means that you can be in your own home after the kids go to sleep, grab your bubbles, because of course that's the idea, and then they can interact with the other mums on the call. It gives everyone a chance, one, to say what they do, but two, to know what other people are doing. So if they need a web designer, if they need, a Facebook expert, they know who to call.
Excellent. So, and you're going to be doing this on a webinar type of thing?
Yeah, I'll probably use a product called Zoom, which I had never heard of until late last year, and it's excellent because you actually can have everyone's faces on the screen, or up to a number. I think it's 25 for one of the levels, and that's great because you're actually seeing everyone, and it feels like you're in a room.
Okay, is that the premium one?
You know what? I haven't upgraded yet, but it seems to be I think that's 100 people. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it just gives the option anyway for people to interact more easily than say a GoToWebinar.
Well, that's interesting. So that's Zoom.
I think it's Zoom.tv.
Okay. Yeah. That's good for people to know.
Yeah, absolutely, especially having run webinars for a while, I'd never heard of it, and there's new companies out there all the time. It's the ones that stay that we want to make sure you want to be able to use the facility and be able to refer it to if anyone's wanting to do the same thing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's there's a new one that I haven't used yet. I'm not promoting it as such. I think it's called Eclipse, but it's actually just for coaches. So I'll be interested to see if they've got the same capability as Zoom.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, you'll have to let us know.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to test it out soon.
So, you know, there's millions and millions of people out there looking for the right opportunity, and they're looking for you. So I was speaking to someone the other day, and he said he uses tags a lot, you know, like hashtags.
Yeah.
Do you use those?
You know what? I've not been a hashtag user. I've started. I certainly have started because I'm actively starting to use them myself. So it's one of those things that when if you don't know how they work, you don't use them. Or if you're using them ineffectively, well, then it's not serving its purpose. So yes, starting to use them a lot more because I am using other platforms to expand my reach now. So I am using hashtags in that way. I tend to just, I suppose I've been focusing more on keywords and making sure the words I use are connecting with the people that I'm attracting.
Yeah.
But yes, certainly, I think we don't use them enough though, the hashtags, or we do use them too much. There's nothing worse than seeing 30 keywords.
I know. But I was speaking to this guy the other day, and he said he only uses a few hashtags.
Yeah.
And totally different to what I've been using. So, you know, I'm going to be changing my hashtag things because when you, say for instance, I put in Instagram hashtag network marketing, well, I attract network marketers who are trying to sell me something or teach me something.
That's right.
So, yeah, so this is how it came about. So you need to drill down and get your hashtags right as well. I mean, that's another story, I know that, but it's a good point to make.
But it also goes hand in hand, and it's a really good point, because if you don't know your avatar, your target audience well enough, that's exactly what you would do. You know,
Right.
you know, if you want to attract network marketers, but as you said, drill down further. So on both sides, you're researching and you're clarifying, and then you can be more effective in your marketing.
Exactly. And you know, marketing's cheap these days if you can use your Facebook and your Instagram and your Twitter.
Absolutely.
And if you know how to use them, that's fantastic.
That's it. And if you don't, there are so many resources out there, whether it's free resources, whether it's challenges that are running through Facebook groups. Even some of the LinkedIn groups have challenges now. So, you know, there's no shortage of being able to find out. And then, of course, a lot of those challenges will then upsell. But, you know, they're normally free challenges. So gain the knowledge of an expert wanting to share it with you.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely. And gosh,
then
YouTube.
Teach it back to
Yes,
people.
that's it.
So, yeah.
It's a great way to build a community.
A saying called CART, K-A-R-T,
Right.
which is knowledge, like you learn something, and then action, so you do it, and then you reply to it, and then you teach it.
Sounds great. Who did I hear that? Michael Port is someone that I follow, and it was interesting. He said, you know, when you know your skill base, he said, I learn things quickly, so I teach it. And I just thought that's really great, because the more we do something like that, the more we learn it ourselves and become the expert in that.
Oh, absolutely. You've got to keep doing it, and then it comes. It's like riding a bike.
Yes. Or learning a language.
Well, I don't know about that.
But if you're not going to practice it, you're not going to remember it. That's it. Like, I'm not a language person. I wish I was. But, you know, I learnt Spanish for 9 weeks, and I could actually get myself round the corner, get where I needed, left, right, straight ahead, using all the right words. But if you're not practicing it, it's something you can easily lose. But then with the bike analogy, yeah, if you learnt it well enough and you're teaching it and you're having a go at it, it can certainly be resurrected if you do have a break.
That's right. Driving a car is the same.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's fantastic. If you want to tell us your group name, that would be interesting. If anyone wants to come have a look at what you're doing,
Sure.
put it in the message.
Okay, so if anyone's in a regional, rural, remote, or if you're feeling isolated from just being out there with anyone else, the Facebook group name is so Regional, Rural, Remote, Mumpreneurs, and we'll just see that I connected. So you can just search RRR Mumpreneurs Connected. So that's That's a Facebook group. And I'm Kate McCarthy Coaching as the business page.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's
I'm actually going to put my group in there because
Great.
if anyone wants to have a look at that later, that's fine too.
Well, that sounds great, and I'm loving the interviews that you've started. It's really awesome to see so many different people as well and all their skill base.
That's what I'm loving too. But the other thing is, it's about facing my fear.
Yeah.
And I've come out of my comfort zone and done this, and I'm enjoying it myself, you know?
Good. No, that's awesome. That's why I'm running a webinar very soon.
Okay, well, we'll chat about that. You can let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So I think we'll wrap up there, Kate. Have you got anything else you'd like to advise our people?
Well, I suppose it's just having, been connecting a lot with network marketers as well as online marketers recently. I just want people to be very sure of who they're marketing to and what the benefits of what they're doing is, what they can offer that person. It's not that you're selling a product, it's you're solving people's problems. So how can this help them gain their dreams or solve a problem? So yeah, taking it away from you and making it about the person you're talking with or communicating with.
Yeah, that's really good advice. I mean, that's what we do, and I know that's what you do. So I hope this echo doesn't record too badly. But,
No.
if not, we'll do it again. But okay, so we'll wrap up now, and I really appreciate this, Kate, because you're helping a lot of struggling network marketers.
I hope so, and I'm happy to have anyone connect through your group or through my group and answer any questions.
Excellent, yeah.
Oh, good. Thanks so much, Maggie. And I know we battled through with the techie issues.
Well, you just have to do it.
You do, absolutely. And here we are combining technology. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thanks so much, and I'll chat with you soon.
Thanks, Maggie. Bye now.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.